Watching films at the cinema isn't just about the big screen. It's about being completely immersed in the story through the sound and visuals, with that thundering bass, crystal clear dialogue, and that sensation of sound moving around you that makes the experience unforgettable. During the pandemic, with cinemas closed, many of us tried to recreate some of that magic in our own homes. People began upgrading to bigger screens, investing in better sound systems, and taking a closer look at how they could enhance their living spaces for entertainment. A key decision you'll need to make early on is where you're setting up your entertainment space. If you're using your living room, you may want to consider your existing layout. You'll likely want equipment that doesn't dominate the space and it integrates neatly with your TV and doesn't require too much wiring or furniture rearranging. On the other hand, if you are one of the lucky few who have a dedicated home cinema room, you've got much more freedom to go big. This is where you can install larger screens, have multiple speakers, and even acoustic treatments. Now, the first couple of things we're going to talk about in this video aren't strictly home cinema, but they are the quickest way to improve the sound coming from your TV, so we thought we'd include them here. So, starting at the beginning, the simplest way to improve your home entertainment is with the humble soundbar. TVs have come a long way in terms of picture quality and screen size in recent years, but their built-in speakers often leave a lot to be desired. Soundbars partially solve this problem by delivering significantly better sound quality, and they're incredibly easy to set up, usually connecting to your TV with just a single HDMI or optical cable. Most soundbars are slim and are designed to sit neatly below your TV, making them an unobtrusive option. Even the most basic models will give you clearer dialogue and more dynamic sound. However, many soundbars now include advanced features like Dolby Atmos and DTS-X. These technologies use clever signal processing to create a greater sense of height and dimension in your sound. If you're after something a little more engaging, you might want to consider a soundbar package with a wireless subwoofer and surround speakers. These systems take things up a notch by adding deep, controlled bass, which also lends weight to dialogue, and rear speakers to give you a true surround sound, not just a virtual surround effect you might get with a bar alone. The great thing about these packages is that they're still pretty straightforward to install. The rear speakers and subwoofer connect wirelessly to the soundbar, so there's no need to run cables across your room. If a soundbar isn't for you, or if you want your system to be just as much for music as it is for TV and movies, then active stereo speakers are another excellent option. These standalone speakers with built-in amplifiers means that you don't need a separate AV receiver or stereo amp to power them. They're particularly good if you primarily watch films and TV shows in stereo, but still want rich, high-quality sound. Active speakers can offer a more detailed and nuanced audio performance than soundbars because of that wide stereo separation. This makes them a really versatile choice for smaller setups or rooms where a full surround sound system just isn't practical. You can also hook them up to your turntable too. Most of these active stereo speakers can hook up to your TV with either an optical cable or a HDMI cable, and usually you can use your television remote to control the volume of the active stereo speakers. Pretty neat. All the options we've spoken about so far are going to give you way better sound than what your TV can offer, but if you're ready to experience true home cinema, it's time to talk about AV receivers and passive speakers. An AV receiver acts as a hub for all of your media devices like your Blu-ray player, games console, and more. The AV receiver then sends the video to the TV and the audio signal is directed to the appropriate speakers. The next thing you need to be deciding on is how many speakers you want to hook up to the AV receiver. All AV receivers will allow a basic 5.1 speaker configuration, and 5.1 consists of 5 main speakers, a left, right, center, 2 surrounds, and a subwoofer, but you can get AV receivers which will support as many channels as you need. It can get pretty cool. You can build on this by adding more speakers or even going for a Dolby Atmos or DTS-X setup, which includes additional speakers to give you height effects. This allows for more of a precise placement of sounds above and around the listener, creating a more immersive and realistic experience. We won't go into too much detail here about how Dolby Atmos and DTS-X works, but if you want to know more about it, why not pop into your local Rich Sound store, and our colleagues will be more than happy to get nerdy with you about it. Now, in terms of content, streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime Video now support high-resolution video and advanced sound formats. Streaming apps like Netflix and Disney Plus do technically provide 4K resolution playback, but there's still a degree of compression added. So, if you want the best possible quality, physical media is still hard to beat. A 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray provides stunning picture quality and uncompressed audio, which is ideal for serious film lovers. For gamers, connecting a next-gen console to an AV receiver allows you to experience your favourite games in surround sound, allowing you to pinpoint where sound is coming from within the game. It can give you that extra edge. Your home cinema system can also be a great way to enjoy your music. Many AV receivers support music streaming services, have Bluetooth support, and even connections for devices like CD players and turntables. This versatility makes a home cinema setup an excellent investment, especially if you're passionate about both music and film. Whichever setup you choose, start by thinking about your space and how you plan to use your system. If you want something simple, a soundbar might be all you need. If you're aiming for a more cinematic experience, an AV receiver and speakers will give you that flexibility to build your system that suits your room and your needs. And remember, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. At Richer Sounds, we've got 51 stores across the UK where our in-store colleagues are more than happy to help. Plus, all of our stores also have dedicated experience rooms so you can see and hear the difference for yourself. However, if you've got something bigger in mind, we even have a custom installation team who can help you with that too. If you need to know where your local store is, click the link, and for more content like this, why not consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for joining me for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.